G'day guys, Dave here from DT Unboxed, and in this video I'll be doing an unboxing and review of the Seiko SNP150P1 Kinetic Perpetual Watch. Now this is a really awesome watch. I've owned the previous model in the past, so I'm keen to have a look at this one and unbox it. Let's get stuck into it. So we have your typical instructions manual and warranty card. So I'll open this up and there we have our watch. Now this is a black leather band with a rose gold metal combination. There's absolutely nothing better than taking the plastic off a new product. So let's get that off. Now I'll be honest, I'm not a watch expert, so some of my terminology may be incorrect, but I'll do my best to explain the features. So this is a kinetic watch, so it works off kinetic movement. You should be able to hear that kinetic movement there. So as the name suggests, it's perpetually powered by movement. Now what differentiates this watch from other perpetual movements out there is the fact that this is a hybrid. So it uses kinetic motion, but it also has a battery in there as well. And the really cool feature is that this will keep track of the time. With other mechanical watches out there that run off mechanical movement or the ones where you have to wind it, once the power reserve runs out, your time is lost, and then once you pick up the watch to wear it again, you'll have to dial in the correct time. The amazing thing about this watch is that it will know when you're not using it, so the hands will stop ticking. But as soon as you pick it up and then just give it a couple of shakes, then the hands will just automatically wind correctly into position, which is really neat. Now I can't quite show you this here, but when you see it in person, it's quite impressive. In terms of dials, then we obviously have the second, minute, and hour hand. We have a 24-hour dial. We have a dial that shows the day of the week, and we also have a dial that shows the leap year, as well as the date up the top here. So it's quite an amazing watch because it knows how many days are in a month and how many days in a leap year. So it will keep track of all of that. So you set the time once and you'll never have to touch it again, which is great. Now this is the previous model that I've owned, and I've had this one for about 5 to 6 years now. And it basically became my everyday watch. It looks great, it's gorgeous, and functionality wise, it's just perfect. It's always on time, and I always know I'm gonna get the right date in the right time. Now the only exception to that perpetual time is of course when daylight savings occurs. At that point you will need to either wind your watch forward or backwards, but other than that, this is a beautiful watch, sapphire crystal. So with the old watch I had, it does not have one scratch on the face, and I've worn this one about 5 years straight every single day. So the band has held up quite well as well for the old one. It's starting to fall apart a little bit from general wear and tear, but really good quality watch, and I'm really keen to start wearing this black and rose gold version. So finally, I'll just put it on just to show you what it looks like. Now I'm a really big fan of this Seiko clasp. So once you've adjusted it, you just click it in, and then to undo it, you just push these two buttons either side, which undoes the clasp. Once you unclasp it, it's still attached to your wrist, so it's not gonna completely come off. Funny story, I was actually in Iceland on a holiday in a nightclub, and a guy tried to steal my watch, and it wasn't an Icelandic guy, it was someone from another overseas European country, Eastern Europe or something, but he was a dodgy guy, and I felt him, he was clever, he knew how to undo it, so it went like that, but I felt it was undone, but he couldn't get it any further. So that was a handy feature. It didn't slip right off. I could still feel it, and it still had these two leather bands to stop it from fully coming off. There is the Seiko SNP150P1, a really great watch, looks beautiful. Can't wait to wear this one. And as I said before, I've used the previous models. I've worn this day in, day out for 5 years, and it served me really well. So a really great quality watch that tells the time, stays in time, and doesn't need a lot of maintenance.